Welcome to TQ Program Coordinator Training. This is Part 3, Leadership. How do you define leadership? Take a minute to read this definition of leadership. Leadership enables people to turn the resources they have into the power they need to make the change they want. Have you ever been a part of this model of leadership? What is it like to be the person in the middle? What is it like to be someone on the outside trying to get in? How about this model of leadership? When there are no commitments, there is no accountability. Take some time in your reflection journal to think about the type of leadership models that you have experienced. Interdependent leadership, or the snowflake model, is defined by its distribution of leadership and by its commitment to leadership development. Relationships are the glue that hold the snowflake together, and these relationships support the interconnected teams that make up the snowflake. The core leadership team ensures the whole organization is coherent and moving in the same direction toward the long-term goals. Leadership teams ensure the organization is flexible, effectively delivering on the short-term objectives. The core leadership team devises strategy while local leadership teams test that strategy on the ground. They adapt it locally and provide feedback to improve the organization-wide strategy. Everyone is responsible for strategizing, ongoing learning, and identifying and growing new leaders and resources. In the snowflake model, each person has a sustainable number of relationships. While you're likely to interact with many people in your organizing work, it's important to focus on maintaining relationships with those in your team. One way to do this is through team meetings or maintenance one-to-one meetings. Notice that in this diagram, no one is connected to more than 5 people. Notice that in this diagram, the arrows point both ways. The snowflake model doesn't operate as a hierarchy, with organizers delegating tasks in a top-down way and expecting results. Rather, team members are accountable to each other. They mutually agree on tasks, and they expect results from and provide support to each other. Sometimes, the core leadership team might assign a local leadership team with a task, but someone within local leadership is just as likely to assign the core leadership a team with a task. If you're interested in reading more about the interdependent leadership model or the snowflake model, in your reflection journal, there's a link to this article. And then reflect upon how do you coordinate and enable others to take leadership.